Hi everyone, welcome back to Wiseish, your daily power boost. I'm your host, Sister Jenna. How's your focus on things? You ever used a camera and saw that sometimes it's blurry? I have the best story. Santosh, who takes care of all of our technology, many, many years ago when he was first here from India. He had to learn a lot of things very, very fast. And I don't know if he remembers, but on many occasions when Santosh was given the camera to record something, we were always kind of curious as to why is it there was always a finger in front of the picture. And I wondered, is this me? Is there something in the camera? Because there's no way that someone could be filming you and their finger is in front of the camera as they're filming you. And of course, I'm performing, and everyone else is performing. And he's got the camera, so I'm trusting that he is assured that he's getting the good, pictures and the good positions and the good scenes. Only to go back, and I can't tell you how many times we play back the camera and there's like this little brown thing, then we came to realize it's a finger in that recording. And we realized that, that he was so focused on maybe just filming that he didn't even focus on the finger that was blocking the camera. I'm telling you, this is a real story. But in addition to that, have you ever looked at a mirror and it's foggy? When I travel to developing countries, sometimes the mirrors aren't always very clear. And when I look into the mirror, it's a little hazy. Okay? Just remember how that feels. Another thing, have you ever driven in a car, right? And it's raining and storming. And on your windshield, there's you're looking to try to get that focus. Okay, the wipers are trying to give you the clarity, but you're like, okay, but what if the wiper breaks? It's still unclear. Oh, you've got to look for that spot so you could see clearly. Because to see clear is important to get you to your destination. So let's use another example. You're using your wonderful new, I have no idea what the latest model of the iPhone is. I think I was told it's a Pro 12 Pro. So everyone is like, oh, it's got the best camera, sister. Look at this. And you turn this and it focuses and it does that. So you put up the camera, right? And it's blurry. And there are two settings on a camera: autofocus and manual. Have you ever noticed that? The autofocus comes into a focus based on your movement. Then the camera automatically focuses on what is super clear to get the best image of you. But then there's a manual that you can set as a focus once the subject is there, and no matter what they do or how they move, it won't lose focus. The soul is like that. If you can actually start to manually train yourself to see things clearly, you will automatically move into a state of consciousness where you move into autofocus. You don't have to think so hard to try to focus on what's next to do. You automatically have the internal settings. That goes here, that goes there, that goes there, that goes there, that goes there. You've done it enough, you've practiced it enough, you know what to do. And focus helps you as well to develop a kind of sense of self-confidence. A person who's focused can be very, very confident about what they're good at. When you're good at something, it's natural for you to focus at it. When you're not sure and you're not feeling confident about anything, it's like you're trying to pick at anything to try to give you some meaning or focus or understanding. It happens at times. But one of the most interesting things that I've observed with being able to focus, and this is huge, a lot of times when you and I struggle with not being able to focus, let's say you didn't put your manual settings in, it's definitely not on autofocus. But one of the biggest distractions in making us lack focus is hidden desires in the soul. That when there are hidden agenda or hidden desires inside of our personality, that energy that I don't want to look at is actually directing the soul to be outside of itself so it doesn't really see itself for what it is. And when you are able to turn your attention inwards and see you as you are, whether you feel that you're perfect or not, it's not the point. But to be able to find the courage, the honesty, and the strength to see you as you are, that's the level of focus we actually need. It's not just a focus on your job or a focus on, hitting a target or playing archery or, the focus of getting an assignment completed in time, and so I have to focus to get it done. But the real focus that we need is to be able to pinpoint that part of ourselves inside that we need to see, that we're not focusing on anymore, or we might be afraid of looking. When you can sharpen your internal lens to see what you are and genuinely what you've become, and then determine from what you're seeing very clearly inside of yourself, is this the person you want to be for a longer period of time? And whatever that person is that has been shaped in you, will you feel confident enough to allow that personality to last in you for another 5 years, 10 years? How will that energy manifest 5, 10 years from now? Internal focus on seeing yourself like spiritually naked, without any walls or deceptions or hidden agenda. When you can focus on yourself and be so truthful with you, everything in your life will fall into place. If you look at your external world and everything is all over the place, it's the biggest sign that you're not looking at yourself, nor are you willing to be truthful about where you are and who you are. Real focus starts with you finding the courage to see who you are and accepting that. And being able to pull God's light, to shine light on that area in you. That you can find the courage and the bravery to say, I think I'm ready to let go of this nature in myself. I don't think this is who I need to be anymore. And as uncomfortable as that can sometimes feel, it'll feel like when the camera's trying to find the focus while it's struggling with autofocus. It's a little blurry, it's a little unclear. It's the same thing inside. We'll feel that way. It's a natural feeling. But the moment you get clear and you see you, what's getting in your way, what's your wall, what's your block, but what's your glory, what's your power, what's your strength, what are the risks are you now ready to take? When you can focus inside of yourself and find answers to those questions, everything in your external life will fall into place, and you will be a very focused person. It'll be easy. So with your ability to practice focus, whenever you pick up your smartphone and you take another picture, think about these words as you try to capture the perfect image on your smartphone. Think about, are you able to find that perfect place in you? That perfect place in you. That is the perfect picture. What makes me a worse camera person is that when I have the camera and I want to take a picture, I don't focus on one thing. I want all of it. And I think some of us have that habit, like, oh, all of it. No, just, it's going to be okay if it's just one thing. And maybe that's what we also need to do. Start with one thing inside of yourself to focus on, to highlight, to transform, to appreciate, but also maybe to just let go and toss it out. Thank you so much for joining us on Wiseish. Remember, a little bit of wisdom can go a very, very long way. Nobody has the power to take away your happiness unless you give them permission. And we really are here to practice loving each other the same. We don't have a choice. Let us focus on that. Take good care. Keep wearing your mask. Good luck with getting your vaccine. And be very sweet and very kind to each other. See you again soon.